Hi, I'm Matthew Fortner. I'm a photographer based in Charleston, South Carolina. And I don't know about you, but I'm using my iPad Pro more and more and my laptop less, especially for those quick projects on the go. I connect the SD card to the iPad Pro with a USB-C SD card reader. It's pretty fast. I didn't have a ton of cash to drop on extra storage. It's really expensive. So to help remedy that, I got an SSD, and it's really been great. But for larger projects where there might be multiple SD cards, maybe even for multiple cameras where there's many gigabytes of data, it can be really cumbersome to transfer those files to my iPad Pro and then to an SSD. So I thought maybe a USB-C hub would help me streamline some of that workflow. And if you look online, there are an overwhelming number of options out there. And after a lot of looking, I finally settled on one. It's this Inateck 91. Now, I don't need all 9. I knew I wanted a USB-C data port, at least one USB 3.0 Type A port, an SD card slot, and an HDMI port would be a bonus. So yeah, the Inateck has an HDMI port, a VGA port, an Ethernet port, and a Type-C charging port. And on the other side, you have a USB-C 5 gigabit per second port, 2 USB 3.0 Type A ports, a microSD, and an SD card slot. Oh, and it might seem like a really small thing, but I really like how the connection cable folds and tucks underneath the hub. Whereas most others, the connection cable just kind of flops or dangles or folds or bends. It's really awkward. And of course, another factor is the price. The Inateck is $40. You can easily spend $100 or more on a USB-C hub. But for a device I'm not sure I'm going to use more than once or twice a week, I can't really justify spending that much. I tested all of these ports, transferring over the same 10 gigabytes of data in various configurations. And here is what I found out. Theoretically, it can save you time, but not as much as you might think. The USB-C card reader to the iPad is pretty fast, and transferring that data to an SSD isn't too bad either. Here is a graph showing how long it took to transfer that 10 gigabytes of data. And if you look at the bottom, you can see the time that it takes between the two different processes. So you save about 1 minute and 15 seconds, give or take. But you do have the advantage of going directly from the SD card to an SSD. I wouldn't say the transfer times were disappointing, but I was expecting faster. So is it a keeper? Well, not exactly. When I tested the HDMI port, I couldn't get any sound. And I tried a lot of troubleshooting, and maybe you'll have better luck with the HDMI port. And if so, for $40, it's not a bad buy. Just be warned. But no, this isn't the end of the USB-C hub story. That will be in another video.